Hello and welcome back to Alma, Missouri for my Rags to Riches series. It is still the end of September, and I wanted to do just a couple of quick things before I advance to October. Recapping what we did last episode, the big event was buying the big Amazon fertilizer spreader. Although it was a bit of a risk, we were able to knock out a ton of fertilizer contracts and make enough money to buy the workshop, upgrade the JCB, and repair it. It was a gamble that really paid off. So before we go to sleep for the night, I'd like to make a small change to the sawmill. And also take a look at the financials from September. There's our lovely new workshop with horrible landscaping around it. The change I wanted to make to the sawmill was to go ahead and turn on the planks, the regular planks. I did some research, and I think that this is a truly divided production where everything can work independently. So it really makes sense if we want to burn through the wood as quickly as possible. We do want to have this turned on. So we'll turn on the planks. We'll be generating all three wood types, and hopefully that will give us more product, but more importantly, help us get through the trees more quickly, because we really want to clear this land as quickly as we can, and it is just not going to go very quickly with this tiny sawmill. So let's maximize that and turn on the planks. All right, the last thing I want to do before we advance to October is review the financials. So let's go ahead and open that up. All right, so we had minus 55,000 in new vehicles. So that's our cultivator in the new fertilizer spreader. We had $48,845 in construction costs. Obviously, that's the workshop and the terraforming for that. We had $4,719 in vehicle running costs. That's getting the JCB upgraded and repaired. We had $63 in production costs and $56 in wood. That's from the sawmill and the delivery of the wood during the wood transportation contracts. And we had $495 in fuel, $38,400 in fertilizer costs, offset by $157,000 in contract income. And then that $21 was just me hitting the wrong key and accidentally hiring workers. So the net revenue for the month was $9,329, leaving us a balance of $26,208. Now, we're not going to pay off any of the loan. At this point, we want to wait until we get a lot more consistent cash flow before we do that. All right, with that out of the way, I think we can go ahead and advance to October. So let's go ahead and sleep in. We'll go ahead and just do 8 o'clock is fine. All right, welcome to October. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's over at the production. It looks like we do have the first pallet of long planks out. Excellent. So we'll possibly make a run with those later today. We've got a decent amount of wood still left in there, and we are producing the planks in addition to the long planks. In fact, we've done a fair amount of planks overnight, so that's excellent. That may be the next pallet that kicks out even before the wood beams. All right, great. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if anything has come up in the sale. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. That water tank is something we may want to buy before it goes off sale. That would be helpful when we get the greenhouses put in, which I imagine won't be too far. That's a good thing to do over the winter. So yeah, we may go ahead and buy that. Let's see, we got a little Kubota car, a real car, another water tank. Yeah, I guess this one is probably the better deal, but if we miss it, we've got this one as well. Yeah, this weeder would be nice, but I don't think we have anything strong enough to pull it at the moment. And then, yeah, just some other odds and ends. I don't think there's anything super useful for us. So another strikeout here in terms of the sale. Although I think let's go ahead and buy this now. We've got the cash, and I think like I said, we're going to need it soon. So let's go ahead and grab it before we lose it, because it is a better deal than the other one further down. All right, let's take a look at the contracts that are available. We've got deadwood, harvesting, plowing contracts, a couple plowing contracts. Those might be interesting. Obviously, we don't have a plow now, but that could be a future purchase. We need to take a look and see how large they are and how expensive. We've got our normal wood transport available as well. No cultivation contracts or fertilizing contracts. Those may pop up later in the day. For now, let's go ahead and grab the deadwood, and then we'll get started on those and see what pops up during the course of the day. Let's take a look at the plows, just in case we do end up taking that on. So we've got the small pottinger for $14,000. This AgroMaz. Let's see what's up. This is a 4.2 meter. This is a 2.5. I'd rather obviously have the 4.2 meter one. The 6 meter one's way out of our price range, obviously. All right, well, we'll keep that in mind for later. That reminds me, I didn't add that wood transport. Maybe we should go ahead and snag that one while we go here. Yeah, these other ones we can't really do anything with unless we want to buy the plow. So let's go and grab the wood transport one, and then we can go ahead and head on out. go ahead and collect that one, 4845, and onto the deadwood. We still have these plowing contracts out there that might be in our near future if nothing else comes up. Okay, let's see if anything else popped up here. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 cultivating contracts. What else do we have here? Wood transport. That one from the northeast corner. Yeah, probably what we'll do is we'll probably end up picking up that smaller cultivating contract. The $75,000 one is way too big for us to do with our current implement and tractor. But this one is definitely manageable. This one I'd pick up if we could get another tractor and set a contract worker on it. But yeah, we don't have the money to make that happen yet. But maybe that would be something we would work towards here. We'd need a tractor big enough to pull like that 8-meter disker. And let's see if anything has popped up in the sale. Yeah, nothing. Nothing worth it. Okay, let's go ahead and head back to the yard then, and we'll see what's available when we get there. Alright, I really need to clear some of those trees out so I have a clear path. That's very annoying. I noticed that the log trailer is way down on health. At least I hope that's what it is. I don't think we ever repaired that after we bought it on sale. So let's see if we can get this. Yeah, that's the one that's bad. Let's go ahead and get that repaired. Maybe we'll go ahead and repair this other stuff while we're at it. Get everything topped up in terms of health. And I got this log on the trailer I got to get rid of. I don't know if there's room in the sawmill or not. Let's try to see if we can catch the edge of the trigger here. Oh, yep, got it. All right, fantastic. I hate these trailers that have the pivot wheels. It is a little easier to handle them with the four-way steering on the JCB, although not great, but better than a regular tractor. All right, so let me get this parked up, and then we'll go ahead and see what we've got here in terms of contracts. I'm going to need to definitely clear some more space here for the for all the implements we're getting. Let's test my luck here and see if I can back this in. Yeah, great job. Let's try again. It would help if I was actually looking to see what was behind me. A little close. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. So I'm imagining we're going to end up doing a cultivation job here. So let's go ahead and hook up the cultivator. Okay, so we've got two of them now, 25 and 28. So the 25 was the small one we looked at earlier. The 28 has come up new. That is, that's right next to us, it looks like. Okay, I think that one is probably a little bit big for what I want to do right now. So I think I'm going to go pick up 25, which is the smaller one. We can drive there. It's over near the shop, and then we can figure out what to do once that one's done. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, just the same one. So we'll go ahead and accept 25 here, and then yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Do we have anything that needs collected? Yeah. We'll go ahead and collect this $1,500 one. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and work on this. And then, you know, we're currently at 28, so we've got a ways to go. What I'm thinking maybe with the, you know, when I'm done with this one, I get this set up here real quick. There we go. Yeah, so when we're done with this one, what I'm thinking is we might go ahead and get a little bit of work done around the yard. Maybe we'll pick up that one in the field right next to us and have a AI worker work on that one while we maybe clean up some of the trees and maybe cut a path through in the yard to make it easier to get in and out, so I'm not getting stuck you know, every few hours on trees there in the yard. So I think that'll be the plan. We'll go ahead and knock this one out, and then the AI worker can work on the cultivating contract while I do a little cleanup, and then I can take over once I'm done with that. But first things first, let's go ahead and knock this one out and see what happens. We may get some other contracts that make that whole plan irrelevant. right, that wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and accept this contract. And let's see, we have a deadwood. We do have a fertilizing contract that's popped up. That one is definitely interesting. So I think we'll definitely be picking that up. What else? Pretty much same old. Wood transport, that same one we saw earlier. Yeah, I think probably I do want to do sort of like what that original plan was about hiring someone to do the $15,000 or $14,000 cultivating, and then that fertilizing one is definitely something that we'll take up too. So yeah, let's go ahead and accept some of these contracts. Oh, and we just had another one pop up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that cultivating contract and the deadwood contract that's right near our yard. And then also the fertilizing contract. Yeah, then we can go ahead and head back to the yard and decide what order we want to do all this in. But we need to head back anyways, either to do the cultivating job right by the yard, or to get the equipment we need to do the fertilizing contract. So yeah, let's go ahead and head back to the yard, and then we'll figure it out there. All right, so I decided that since we were right here, I'd go ahead and get this contract worker started. We already had the cultivator hooked up, so let's just make sure they get started. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So they'll head off and do that, and then in the meantime, I think I can go over and do the deadwood contract that's right over the tracks, and then we can take a look at clearing some additional pathway through here, just so that we can. I think I'll do it here along this side, so I have easy access up through this area, and we can cut through. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and do this deadwood real quick, and then we'll go ahead and start clearing some other trees. we're definitely going to need a bigger sawmill. If it wasn't already obvious, it is now. Let's go ahead and check in and see how our contract worker is doing. All right, they are zipping along quite marvelously, it looks like. Over 20% done. All right. Yep. Looks good. They aren't missing anything, at least in the main part of the up and downs. Probably towards the end there might be some gaps. I don't know if they'll get cleaned up when we do the headlands or not, but so far so good. Taking a look here, I think we're going to need to definitely get on this here once they're done. Check and see if there's anything new in the sale. Yeah, that's a nice forestry excavator. That would be very useful right now, clearing out our lot, moving those trees around, but obviously way out of our price range. Yeah, and I don't see anything else here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our handiwork from above. She's doing a good job, or he, I forget which. But yeah, let's take a look at the trees we were clearing out. So yeah, it looks like we've got a decent amount of the path done, but we still definitely have some trees in the way there, closer to the railroad tracks. Yeah, it's getting a little difficult to see what's there with all the trees in the way. But yeah, I think that'll be a nice little path once it's done. But we'll have a ton of wood to get rid of. I don't know if we need to take some of it over to the sawmill and sell it directly. That might be a decent winter project if we run out of other things to do and don't have any contract work. But I'd really like to use all this in the sawmill on the property if we could. We just don't have what it takes. We're really going to need to upgrade that. But just looking here at some greenhouses to see what those cost, because that's another thing that I'd like to do over the winter is put in some greenhouses. That nice the mushroom ones would be cool, but $36,000. I think we've got more important investments to make before that. I am curious though how close to the edge of the property can I put these? So not enough money there. Okay, so it's giving me the not enough money no matter where it is, because I need to change to something I can actually afford. Oh, okay, so it lets me put these all the way up by the tracks. Oh my God, right literally up against the tracks. That's all my property, I guess. So yeah, I think that would definitely be an option, is if we could level some of that land near the tracks when we do the crossover. We could also put some greenhouses in there and really start to get some of that semi-passive income. But yeah, it lets me really go up close to the edge of the tracks. Yep. So we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, but for now, I think we got to do a little bit more clearing out of stuff. All right, that's enough of that. Let's see how our worker is doing. Pretty good. I think I would like the tractor. So I'm going to go ahead and take over here. and finish this off, because I can't really do anything without the tractor. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, and then we'll move those trees out of the way, and then probably move on with the fertilizing contract. But yeah, let's go ahead and knock this out. So I'll be doing my favorite thing, which is cultivating with a 3-meter wide cultivator here for another, I don't know, probably about an hour. So I'll check in when we're done. Well, definitely not some of my best work. I was experimenting with a farm wheel to control the tractor, and had mixed success, to say the least. But anyways, that one's done. Let's go ahead and collect it. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and collect this. That takes us up to over 48,000. And then we've got this fertilizing contract. We have a wood transport. We could do in a dead wood. Where is that? That's over, over off that gravel road by the railroad. So not far at all. So we might pick up both of those. Let's take a look here. Okay, so this This field is near, not too far from the shop. We might get some gas while we swing by there. I see it's not far from the gas station. And I do not remember how much fertilizer we have. Let's take a look. Okay, only 759, and we need probably about 4,500. So we'll definitely need to get quite a bit of fertilizer. Let's take a look and see how much we get for that. So 30,000. We'll go ahead and collect that. A quick look here. Oh, we've got another one here. This is 23,000. We need 3.5 bags. Another big field. Let's go ahead and grab that. This spreader is really paying off. Let's see what else we've got here. Decent size wood transport and a smallish cultivating. So let's go ahead and pick up some more fertilizer, because I don't think we have enough. We need Again, 3370 according to this. And yeah, we're down. Let's go back and grab a couple more bags. While we're here, let's take a look at the sale, see if anything else has come up. No, but we do have an empty spot here, so probably next hour something new will come in. I think I have it set for 100% chance every hour. If there's a free spot, it'll go ahead and add something. So let's see, it is 12:04, so we are right at the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and keep going here, and then we'll remember to check it later. I'm really hoping for a decent tractor. Ideally, an AgroStar or Challenger or a White. Those are all medium-sized tractors that are very, very affordable. So if you can get them on sale, you can really make out well. So we'll see. Very unlikely that we'd hit one of those, but there's always a chance. I thought I had more space there. All right, let's go ahead and accept this contract. There we go. And now let's go ahead and clear out some of those trees, so we've got some room to make it through that path. I think we're very close to being able to afford the AgroStar, which I think would be my preferred second tractor at this point. I'm not 100% sure, what I'm going to be doing here over the winter months, because this is really the last month. There's heavy activity in terms of like harvesting. Although I imagine there'll continue to be some work next month. You're getting fields ready for planting season and things like that. So I think the plan probably should still be to buy a second tractor, but at the same time, I kind of want to see what comes up. The advantage, it's only midday here. The advantage to getting a second tractor immediately is I could put the worker onto something that's going to be time consuming, but could still finish somewhat by the end of the day. So like a cultivation one would be possible. Once I get the AgroStar though, I'd rather go ahead and upgrade the cultivator so that, it would make that much less time consuming, even from the perspective of, the AI worker. I don't want him spending, 10 hours doing something. If we could do it in 5 or less with a upgraded implement. So I still think we're just a little bit short on money in order to make that happen. We're gonna have to probably work a few more contracts. I mean, right now I can't even afford the tractor by itself. It's almost 90, and we're a bit short. So I really need to get a weight. I've been avoiding it, but I really do need one. Anyways, I want to see what comes up at 1 o'clock in the sale. I think we'll get a new offer. Unlikely it'll be something we need based on our luck thus far, but you never know. And then we'll also see what contracts come up here once I'm done with this. And just like that, we're back. All right. These logs, little puzzling. They move like they're on ice, and they stick to your forks like they got Velcro on them. So well, certainly not ideal, but it's a start. All right, so we are currently at 82,000. We've got, let's take a look here. Just refreshing my memory. We've got no active contracts. We do have a deadwood out here. We've got a small cultivating, a large cultivating, wood transport. And we're very close to being able to purchase the second tractor that I've been talking about for quite a while. So I think the best thing to do, let's take a quick look. We definitely have two options here. We could go with the Challenger / White, fully upgrade those. I think that's about 83,000. Or we could spend a little bit more and get the AgroStar, which has more horsepower than the maxed out Challenger, and is only slightly more expensive. I think that this is a better option for us, but it is a little bit more expensive. So if we were to go ahead and get this, we would need what, about under 7,000. So one option, jumping back, one option would be to get this cultivating contract, this deadwood, and then we might also need this wood transport. Yeah, I'm not loving that. This is not a huge contract. So then the other option would be to go ahead and buy the Challenger now, get him started on something, and then upgrade it when we had a chance. We'd still be worse off than the AgroStar. But we would be able to get the second tractor right away and start putting him on contract. So what contracts would we put him on? I mean, this would be the one that we would want, but I wouldn't want to do this without upgrading the cultivator as well, because this would take for absolute ever. Even with the disc harrow, it's going to take a long time. So we do have an opportunity in about 9 minutes to see if something else comes up in the sale. So we're gonna go ahead and wait that 9 minutes. If we don't get a tractor that makes sense for us, then I think the thing to do would be to go ahead and buy either the Challenger or the White. Go ahead and not upgrade it, sort of get the base model. Which I think is perfectly capable to use that small cultivator we have. Put him to work on the cultivating contract, and then go do the deadwood and the wood transportation while he's doing that, and then we'll see if something comes up. Hopefully, then we would get enough money to upgrade to the disc harrow, and that would be enough tractor, even without the upgrade, to pull it. And then we get started on that large contract, large cultivating contract, and then see if we can make that work. Because it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or almost 1 o'clock. So I mean, we've got pretty much all day. That $75,000 off that cultivating contract would be huge. So especially if I'm able to do other contracts that might come up while he's working on that. So yeah, I think that's going to be our plan here. We just have to wait. Let's see. Did we get anything? Ooh, pallet forks. Okay, so yep, let's go ahead and do the deal here. I'm going to go ahead. I already have a yellow tractor, so I think I'm going to go with a white, even though it's like super boring. We'll start with the 160 horsepower. I am going to go ahead and get some front weight on it for 1100. Yeah, let's go ahead and max that out. So we're going to be under 60,000. We're going to have about 22 left. We're going to buy it. All right, excellent. Let's, we can grab this water trailer while we're here. And I'm going to back the camera out a little bit so we can actually see. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this around. Yeah, we'll go ahead and head back to the yard. We'll trade this the water trailer in for the cultivator, and then we will head off and do that cultivation contract using the AI worker, and then we can go ahead and do our stuff. Now, I'm going to be wanting very, very soon to get Autodrive set up. So that'll probably be the next episode after this one is at least setting up the beginning of the Autodrive network because I don't want to have to be doing all this driving myself. So we'll go ahead and get that set up here very soon. But for today, I'll be doing all the driving, and then we will see what we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back, and then get these contracts started. All right, let's see if we can just get the go-to function to work correctly here. So if we go up to the map and we select our tractor, create job, and I'm going to start with the go-to, and we will see if this works. Target position. So I think this is the field that we need. So let's just see if we can go up here and see if that see if it's able to get there on its own. Ah, this is hopeful. I wonder if I look at the Autodrive network, I wonder if it's also set up here to use this road. Yeah, we do. Looks like it's a one-way road. Oh no, it's two one-way roads that are almost overlapping. So excellent. So it looks like, you know, the road network should be fairly easy to set up once we do use the Autodrive. All right, so while he tries to get here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to accept that contract. Yep, that's the right field. I probably should have set him up to actually start the work when he gets there, but that's fine. We can queue him up once he's there. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and accept this Deadwood contract. And I'm really getting sick of wood transport, but I'll do this one as well. All right. I think that's all we can take up right now. So I will go ahead and let him do his thing while we head off and hit that wood transportation. I'm going to go ahead and cut through our yard here. Quick look at the big map. No train coming. Let's see. Let's go over and hit the. Let's go ahead and hit the. Actually, no. Let's change our mind here and go through and do the. Let's do the wood transportation first, and then on the way back to the yard, we can stop and do the do the deadwood. Okay, before I get too far into this, let's check and see if our worker arrived, and he or she did. So we'll go ahead and get them started on this cultivation contract here. AI worker, I'm gonna go ahead and increase the number of headlands. Start with the up and down. Do work the headlands. Yeah, this looks good. Go ahead and say okay, and go ahead and get yourself started there. All right, so hopefully they will do a good job on this. Like our workers making good progress on the up and downs. Maybe about halfway through those. Yeah, almost a quarter of the way through the field in total. Good to see. Okay, let's go ahead and collect the transportation one. We'll go over and we'll do the dead wood while our worker finishes up cultivating. And then there was also, looked like, another cultivating contract that's not too huge. It would give us another 12 and a half. And yeah, I think that this would be a good next step. Probably after this one, we might have enough to go ahead and get the disc harrow. Yeah, I think that'll be the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this one now. We'll send the worker over to that whenever they're done with the field that they're in, and hopefully some other contracts will come up that I can do, because I don't want to be doing any cultivating, obviously. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead, head down and do the deadwood. So let's go ahead and collect the money and see if anything else has popped up. Still got that big cultivating contract and new wood transport, which I may have to do. Let's see, that's the one that's down. We had the trouble. Yeah, I think we may end up having to do that. Let's check in, though, with our worker. Looks like they may be going on the roundabouts. They're on the headlands now, so making good progress. All right, we'll leave them to it. And let's go ahead and pick up that wood transport. I really wish we had a little bit more options here, but unfortunately this is what we got. So I'll go ahead and accept this one and then head down to do that. And we'll move that worker once they finish the contract they're on right now. hopefully we have the right number of logs. It looks like our worker has successfully navigated to the field and has started, already up to 2%. All right, great. So I'm going to go ahead and take these logs in, collect our payments, and then see how much cash we've got. All right, yep, that worker is moving along. Let's go ahead and collect these 2 contracts. See how much money that puts us at. We're up to 38,584. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. So I think that if we can get the new disc harrow, then this would be in reach. I've got another deadwood up down, that one that's halfway between the yard and the shop. So that would be an option. It'll be a little bit before the next wood transport spawns. So maybe I'll run down and do that deadwood. Let's see, that'll give us, still short of, well, right around 40,000. And then the one that he's working on now is 12,000. So yeah, we can definitely buy the disc harrow once he's completed this contract. And then I can get him started on the that big contract. I can actually take the little cultivator and help out. I might go ahead and do the headlands while he does the the inside of the field, the up and downs. Yeah, that might be the best way to do it, because that 75,000 would be helpful. We could definitely take a look and see, what's our next expansion, whether we want to get some greenhouses going for over the winter, or get another implement. The fact that we had to do the workshop, kind of prevented us from getting to the point, normally in a run like this, I would hope that by October, we'd be buying a harvester and, taking part in some of the harvesting contracts. But yeah, that just could not happen. And it's not going to happen this time. I mean, we're going to need probably 150, I think, to get a harvester. Let's go ahead then, and I'm going to hit that deadwood, and then see how he's doing on the contract. Actually, this episode is running quite long. I think we'll end it here and pick up with the deadwood next episode. Sorry, this one's been a bit of a grind. At least we have the second tractor now, and the work can really start to snowball. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. See you next time.